We're gonna kind of stay in this little chat for a couple minutes until people start getting on. See if the other people pop on. If not, we'll see what's up with these comments and these people on the live feed, and we'll get them going.
So there was a whole bunch of good games throughout the league this last week.
Yeah, there were some really good finishes that really came down to wire. I know that in Olympic, we weren't even able to finish one of the games due to rental time being expired due to the first game going into triple overtime. Um, the
What game
youth,
was that?
the very first one at Olympic Park, what was it?
Brick
I
Squad
want,
right back.
yeah, Brick Squad won it back. And here's the thing: run it back allowed Brick Squad to use one of their players too. Um, and he let them use it for the game. And they said they'll play as is. And that guy that ended up getting the winning touchdown for Brick Squad,
Oh,
ironically.
oh wow.
So it definitely was a game to watch. There was a lot of great games. I mean, unfortunately, the game that wasn't able to be finished was the Earn Vision Dirty Birds, but Earn Vision was up. Let me double check because Tone ref that game. He did a great job over there as being a head ref for us this week, filling in. So appreciate Tone stepping up and being that head ref there. But yeah, so Evie was up 7-0 with 9 minutes left, and they had to pause to stop the game as is due to the youth from SAA had to get onto the field in their time. So they weren't allowing us to finish our game, and they're like, nope, our
So
players are fine.
Earn Vision was on their way to another victory for that day then, huh? So because they beat Senators
Yeah,
earlier
so
that day.
Intervention, they definitely had a week to come out and I mean, they beat Senators 19-12.
Yeah, I'm looking
So
at
that was a
that.
great game there.
Pretty close, yeah.
Um, yeah, so
Touchdown.
if you're just tuning in, yes, I know we did start a little bit late today, about 15 minutes late. I apologize. Being working in the car industry, sometimes you do get out a little bit later than expected, um, but you got to make that money for that family. So I appreciate everyone tuning in now. It is jump in night. Uh, so if you do have any questions or comments, we'll throw them up on here on the board. If you want to try to come on to the podcast tonight, we are allowing some viewers to jump in and say some stuff that they want to talk about. I know that Brandon Holloway might tune in tonight with us. Same with Roy from BA. All said they would pop in with us as well. So we definitely got some potential people coming on, as well as if you want to join up with us today, me and Jeremy, we're more than welcome to have you on. So we're going to start today's show with the of
Recap.
recap of week 5. As some of you were hearing us talk, we were talking about the Earn Vision game at Olympic. So
I think
we
we
had,
can. I think I say we start rec first. We'll go
you want to
through
do
rec.
rec?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
get them. Let's least amount of games. So I say we get them out of the way.
Well,
And
yeah.
I know that the guys from rec and the guys from comp and they join here too. So I want to get them and talk about them a little bit more today than we usually do.
So if you're wrecking comp and you want to jump in for your segment, comment right there. We'll get you in. I'll try to hit you up on the Facebook real quick, send you the link, try to get you on. Or if you just want to speak uh, through the chat, we're more than happy to get your input. So let's talk about game number 1, Prime Times versus Midwest Jokers.
Yeah,
Let's Midwest Jokers stepped up to the plate this week. Believe they won 28-0. Uh, it was kind of funny. They asked like, "Hey, how come our game stopped at 28 when we see LOL in the league getting all these points?" I'm like, "Well, was it 10 minutes left in the second half?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, that's why." So Midwest Jokers got a feel of that breakout win. So they won 28-0. From what I looked back at the video, it looked like a very good offensive day for the Midwest Jokers.
yeah.
If you are a Midwest Jokers fan or on the team, uh, let's see what you had to say about that. I know prime time 8 a.m. games are hard in general, and we don't have too many of them in uh, in rec this year. But this week it was. But let's talk about the next game that was a really tight one as well. which was Warriors versus Black Mambas. That was a 13-12 win for Warriors.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of I think that was that our not our game of the week, or no, that was Menergy Meta Militia was our game of the week. But Warriors
No,
Black
it was
Mambas.
Warriors Meta Militia, I believe.
Oh, okay, maybe it was. All right. Well, Warriors Black Mambas. I didn't see that coming. I know, like I said, I think last couple of weeks I've been talking about comp and how they're, it's a good watch, and I think Rec is starting to show that too because you can't necessarily put your finger on the top dog anymore. I thought Black Mambas was gonna kind of run away with that division, and each team has shown me that I was wrong. Midwest Jokers coming out with a 28-0 win. That was huge for them. I think that's kind of a statement win to kind of let them know that, hey, we may have started off slow this year, but we're coming back. The next game that we were just talking about, Warriors Black Mambas, like you said, it seems like these games you can't pick them every each week. I thought Black Mambas was going to beat Warriors. Warriors came out, played one by one game or 1 point. Didn't see that game. I'll probably check it out here a little bit later and see exactly how they won. But big win for Warriors. Big win.
Yeah, we have this season we have multiple close like 1 point games in Rec. So it's definitely a battle. And I think it's anyone's ball games, which we'll talk about the standings after we go over the Rec scores and talk to you about it all and kind of go from the game of the week, which is Metal Militia versus the Warriors. Metal Militia
Yeah,
ended
so
up
we
winning
we were
that one
thinking.
6-0.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I gotta think Meta Militia kind of heard them being talked about maybe and stepped up. Warriors coming off a big win against Black Mambas. Maybe they didn't think about Meta Militia as much and just was looking at that first game. Coming off of that win, they probably were like, whatever, we'll take care of Meta Militia because they've lost to Black Mambas twice. So, but Meta Militia came up and smacked him in the mouth, 6-0. It's a nice win by Meta Militia, and kind of proves that they're right there in the mix as well as one of the top teams.
Yeah, they're definitely, they were quiet for the first couple weeks, but I think Metal Militia's finally found their groove.
Yeah, I mean, look at the next game. They went against Menergy, which I thought was playing very well up to this week, and they come out and they put up 14 against Menergy. That's pretty impressive because, like I said, I thought Menergy was stepping up their game. They seemed like they're kind of another top dog with Black Mambas, and Meta Militia came up and stepped up and went 2-0 on the day in rec.
which
So
which is huge because if you're looking at the standings right now, right, we got Black Mamas who are 4-1 going into this bye week, right, and then we got Menergy at 3-2. We got Metal Militia at 3-3. That means going into this week they were 1-3.
right.
So
Oh
they
yeah.
were in the bottom of the standings and they just skyrocketed themselves up.
Yeah, they're a team that Frank is building over there. They have Justin at the helm at the quarterback, and he's trying to. It's his first year at quarterback, so he's trying to, get things moving over there. And like I said, two big wins this week kind of helps that out. We got a bye this week because of Easter, so we'll see what happens after this week. But like I said, it's Rex becoming interesting.
Yeah, so let's talk about that standing. So like I said, we got Black Mamas at 4-1, Manager at 3-2, Metal Militia at 3-3, Warriors at 3-3, Midwest Jokers at 2-3, and then we got Prime Time at 1-4. So I mean, really 1 through 5 is, I mean, even still, Prime Time's still in it. So Prime Time can turn around the season and win straight out and uh, still go 6-4 on the year.
Okay, and everyone makes the playoffs, correct? In rec.
Correct, correct.
All right. So I mean, like I said, they keep playing each other. That's one of the I guess the good thing about it and the bad thing about it is you're constantly seeing these teams. So in the end, and when playoff comes, it's almost going to come down to who's healthier. Teams are going to start getting some injuries here and there, people not showing up, that kind of stuff, and we'll see in the playoffs who actually comes out on top. I like what I'm seeing out of there. A lot of competitive games. So let's just keep it up. I can see it's going to be good to see where this goes.
So now let's turn the tables to comp a little bit. Let's talk about the run it back brick squad game. As those who first tuned in kind of heard us chit chatting about that one, brick squad ended up winning that one in triple overtime for a 26-20 win versus run it back. Um, like I said, I mean, Brick Squad showed up with barely any guys. Run it back said, "We're not at a 7:30 game in the morning." They're like, "We're not for this is not going to be a forfeit." They let them use one of their guys, so they had enough. They had another guy coming, uh, and ironically, from what I'm told, the running back player that they let him use for this game, I mean, it was to their will. Ended up scoring the game winning, and they took that L from Brick
Wow.
Squad. So it kind of came back to bite them a little bit, unfortunately, but. Run It Back was when I talked to them at the sponsor bar at Sneakers Sports Bar and Grill. Shout out to them. They weren't mad about it. I mean, they were just happy to be playing. So I think that goes to show the sportsmanship there. And they said it was a game worth it. So it was something that that they're always going to remember. And you
Yeah,
know,
it seems like
I'm sure Brick
that's,
Squad's not mad about it either. So
yeah, that seems like something that they're going to talk about for a long time. Like, hey, did they give the wrong person up to help them out? But it's cool to see two teams helping each other out, or the one helping the other out and getting the game going. Three overtimes, that kind of sucks too because it ended up costing Dirty Birds and Earned Vision the finish of their game. But it's still a good game, and it's good to see that they're not mad about it. I really believe that Run It Back is one of the top teams, and Brick Squad coming out and using a player from Run It Back and still winning kind of shows you exactly how what I've been saying. Comp is very, very wide open. There has been some games that you think are going to go one way and they go another way. Run It Back. This one is another one. I thought they were going to beat Brick Squad, and Brick Squad come out and pull it out. That's awesome.
yeah, definitely. Let's talk about the next game, which was the Wild Boys versus Brick Squad game. Wild Boys ended up winning 14-7 versus Brick Squad. And then we had Earn Vision versus Centers game. Earn Vision ended up winning 19-12. And then we had the final game at Olympic Park that unfortunately got stopped about 9 minutes to go in that second half. Dirty Birds were losing to Earn Vision 7-0. So Earn Vision was on path to win out that day over there at Olympic Park, unfortunately. So we're going to try to find a time to finish off that game. Unfortunately, due to rental time, we kind of ran out of time there. Looks like sounded like they had the SSA was on the field exactly at 11:30 that week. So we're gonna make sure the refs are more cautious of that at the time. And uh, unfortunately, when you're renting a facility that has a lot of renters, that's kind of sometimes what happens. And if that renter is a stickler, like they are, they're gonna kick us off that field exactly when it's time.
Right.
Um, that's the sad part of it. But and then we got the dinosaur and death row game. The dinosaur game that ended up 3-0. You know, there was some stuff in that game that unfortunately,
Yeah, we talk. We'll get to that game. I think
yeah,
that game is. We're definitely gonna get to that.
yeah.
But that Wild Boys Brick Squad game, I wanted to kind of go back to that because did Brick Squad have their whole team for that game, or did they have to use that extra player again, or do you know?
I do not believe they used that player again. I believe they have all that. They had all their guys by that
I
point.
was okay because I was gonna say, wouldn't that be up to Wild Boys at that point?
Hmm.
But Wild Boys come out with a big victory over Brick Squad. I haven't talked much about Wild Boys, but they're a team that I've heard about for a little bit. So they're a team that's out there, and I think this was a good win for them.
Yeah.
Um, and
To answer your question real quick, Fox. You know, we'll get to that. So we're not ignoring. We're just going to finish off the scores, and then we're going to talk some comp before we move on to the next segment. Sorry to cut you off, Jeremy.
no, and I appreciate that, by Vel. Good question. We'll definitely get to that. I definitely would like to talk about that. And then Earn Vision before I pass this up. Earned Vision beat Senators, which is they were I think they didn't have any wins until then, so that's good to get their first victory. And then you said they were up on Dirty Birds, correct, before that game was
7-0.
called. So and so that's good. I mean, you're right there. You're running off a good win, and then you might get another win before it gets canceled. So hopefully, Earned Vision can kind of pick it up and keep going up there because I know Dirty Birds was proving a lot of teams wrong, and they were beating some teams. So if you could beat them, good for you guys. Now let's go to that Dinosaurs Death Row game. That game ended 3-0.
Ah, man.
Good,
Uh,
good, hard fought game. I actually was watching that game for a while. Both those teams, they know each other, and they played like they know each other.
yeah.
Um,
The short end of the stick is Death Row kind of got on the unfortunate end, and I was part of that reffing crew this week at Melrose, and
oh,
um,
the ninth player.
well, not only that, but the fifth down. Some two of us refs had a down, and yeah, we you guys did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
after
don't
watching the
really.
film and all that, I mean, it's unfortunate. The ninth player on the field that we didn't catch, it was a really good game. I mean, they were going at it,
Oh
and I
yeah,
hate the fact that we went back and I think it was you that actually pointed it out in the live feed, um, that there was that ninth player, and it was just when we found that out. I mean, it was like, man, like you don't want to do that. You don't want that as a ref. I mean, I know we all felt bad about it. I mean, we talked to Manny and Eddie and all of them, and man, it was unfortunate the way it ended. But I'll be honest with you, that was such a great game. Um, they both teams balled out. They played. They put everything on the field. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see that rematch in the playoffs. I really am.
yeah, definitely. I think, like I said, it's kind of shitty when sometimes you don't always get you know the right call, or you don't see something that's right in front of you guys. I mean, refing is the hardest thing to do, and I know we kind of give them shit, especially me. I give the refs a lot of shit, and sometimes I feel like it's kind of deserved, but sometimes it's not. Um, I just believe sometimes they put their hand on the game when they shouldn't, and this is kind of a good showing. Like, how do you not see a nine guys sitting there on the line? You're supposed to be counting out the guys. You're supposed to be seeing if there's an overload. That's kind of rough. The fifth down, how does that slip? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I think it's a long day too. Um, not gonna necessarily keep putting shit on them, but at the same time, we got to ask for them to be better as well. You were out there too, so I mean, you already know. You kind of beat yourself up for it. You talked to the guys. I know Manny kind of probably felt like, well, what does that do?
hey,
You
all I
can
gotta
come
say is
in there.
this: Manny did not let it down on me. He gave it to me, bro. I mean, Manny, we were at the Manny was giving me shit the whole rest of the day, and I was just like, and I was beat because that was like my first time like really being active
A
like
lot of
out there.
games.
That was a lot of games, and my foot it's still not the best, so I'm still having an issue with that. So I was beat up, and Manny wouldn't and I told me I was like, bro, I'm not mad at you for, I don't blame you for being mad at us. I really don't, because I mean, man, it was such a good game. It was I can't even put it that way. But that's definitely going to be another game I want to see. And here's the thing: Death Row has registered for the Memorial Day Classic and the Midwest Elite Showdown, so we're going to be seeing them in tournaments. And from what I'm told, uh, they might be going to the Indiana tournament.
Nice. So we'll see him down there.
Yeah, so we didn't brush it off. It's just that because two of us refs had it. Now, if you guys would have told us that you wanted to challenge it, we would have went back and challenged it. But that's not besides the point. I mean, because me and Mike
Did
Ross,
they have a video guy?
they did.
They pointed it out at the beginning.
They had a guy, yeah.
I
So
gotta ask. Did you guys ask them if they had a video guy?
after I made sure everyone had a video, guys. After that
Hey,
one
from
time,
here on out, 4TF will always have a video guy at the game, just so we can put that out
a
there.
ploy twist, a plot twist. You mean? I mean, hey, I was incognito. No one knew who I was like half of the days. So like you didn't even know who I was sometimes until like the second half. I enjoyed refing. I hope everyone was cool about me refing. I mean, I stepped in when we needed to fill in. Personally, I would love to ref more. It was a great time. I like being out there with you guys. I like being engaged. It helped me better understand the in game. Because I'll be honest, when you're in that press box, it's you, you kind of get disconnected. I did not have money on that game. If anything, man, stay moving the camera.
He's got money
Hey,
on every game, Manny.
who does me?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're the commish. You got money on every game. You're holding all our money at the end. Not saying you're doing
Hey,
anything
hey,
wrong.
I guess BA liked me refing their game. I didn't do too bad there. Um, I'm pretty wasn't the BA game was following that game, so I probably stepped up my
Well,
game a
you know
little
what? That yeah, we have to get to that game too because I mean it says 18-8, but I believe that was a lot closer game than that score actually says because
bit. It
Death
was.
Row scored at the end, right?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Okay.
It was a good game down to the finish. BA ended up they were just down on players. They were trying to make stuff happen. Death Row just had the numbers.
They got some guys coming back, right? After this week, I think they got what
Fredo, get out of here, bro.
one or
Come
two
on.
more games or something like that.
Who?
BA, they have a couple guys that are still out. What, like one or two more games, right?
Yeah. So they got the majority of their team will be back after their next game. They only have one more
How
game, and
scary
then,
will that be for comp when they're fully healthy? I mean,
dude,
like
I
I
mean,
said,
even though
nobody's ran away with comp. I can't really say like they've been saying this whole time, wait till we get our whole team back. I can't really say, you know what, that doesn't mean nothing because honestly, nobody's ran away with comp. They could easily get their guys back and end up being the better team than everyone else.
100%.
You
I
know?
mean, they're only 4-3. I mean, they don't got many games left, but they're 4-3.
What
So they're
is
gonna
what
go.
is the there's or not the rest of their schedule because I can look that, but what's their record right now? Like everyone's record in comp.
Uh, so everyone's record right now. We got the Gremlins, the Laramie Gremlins, at 5-1. We got Death Row at 4-1. The Brotherhood at 4-1. Ballers at 4-3. Dirty Birds at 2-1, Old Times at 2-1, Run It Back at 3-2, Dinosaurs at 2-2, Wild Boys at 2-4, Brick Squad at 2-6, Earn Vision at 1-5, Senators at 1-5. Because now, reminder, we're going into the second half. So as we saw a lot of those games get played in the first half, those teams are going to be like how those teams were in the first half, kind of in the back end now, not playing as much, having those single header games. I definitely think the bracket, the standings is going to shift. I think with these games coming close for some of these teams, the some of these teams that don't have as many games, they have the opportunity to do some upsets and put some points on the board and kind of put that win column up there and tally them up. So I definitely think it's going to be a great matchup in the ending of it. All 12 teams. Uh,
We'll have to go over the rest of the schedule too, like just to see where I think they're going to lay out. Because right now you have a couple teams with only one loss, which is awesome. But like I said, I don't think anybody's running away with it. So as long as everyone can kind of keep their team together and not, and like I said earlier, with Rack no injuries or people not showing up, this is going to be continue to be a good division to watch and see where it all lays out. Every team makes playoffs, correct? In comp,
yeah, and the cool thing is that the interesting going to be a part about comp is going to have its own pretty much platform for 2 weeks. That because that being said, elite and rec all finish on May 21st before the Memorial Day tournament, right? Comp doesn't finish till June 11th. So they got playoffs on June 4th and they got their championship Sunday on June 11th. So we're going to with comp being the biggest, they're going to be on the stage and everyone's going to be watching that and it's going to be some great games. I think we're going to have that hype trailing from literally from the May 21st all the way through the Memorial Day tournament and go right there. I mean, I think it's going to be really good. I mean, I honestly I don't know who's going to win. Usually we have a feel of like one or two teams that are going to be take it away and sweep it, but you don't know this year. This year it's a toss up, and I feel like on more than one level. I don't know
no,
how you feel though.
no, you're absolutely right. Every week, like I said, I think I have. As soon as I feel like I know the good teams, it's like every week something throws a wrench in there, and which leads into Vel's question earlier about what teams are moving up. This is what's really cool about this. Now, granted, everyone's going to want to say, BA, they move up. I mean, they put it out there. They want to move up. So BA, that's a team that I think should move up. You have a team like Brotherhood, who's kind of always putting it together. I think that's a good team. The Gremlin team, they're start out to a hot start, but I do not believe that's a team to move up
Gremlin,
right
but
away.
here's the
Gremlin.
thing. But here's the thing. Gremlins are playing tournaments now too. So Gremlins are coming for that elite. And I honestly believe that we might have to expand the elite more than 10
I
teams
hope
come
you
fall.
do.
But here's the thing, we ain't changing who's making the playoffs. So we may go.
I think that's the kicker. I think that's
We
exactly how it should be.
I mean, hey, we get more teams. That prize money just keeps increasing. The competitiveness just keeps increasing. Um, Fall, we're this season, summer season, we're back at all venues. Fall, we're back at all venues. And honestly, I think we're going to be moving Elite to Bensonville.
I was gonna say Bentonville just got that nice field and
Brand
the new
new. I
turf and
talked with
stuff.
them. They're talking about adding our logo to their scoreboard. So they're going to be more, try to be more of have an East and a West division. Maybe I've kind of liked the fact we used to do that in the past, and I feel like it really dummied down your divisions, and sometimes the divisions were really lopsided. So that's why I kind of like that 1 through 10 or 1 through whatever it is, just because then you didn't have to worry about the lopsided divisions. Because, or else I'm picking the divisions, and then you got what? Do you remember when we used to have like all
We
the
used
top
to have that.
teams?
Yeah, we used to have. I mean, I think if you expand the elite, um, I believe you could have divisions only because at that point, um,
NFED 1, NFED 2, we can do that potentially.
well,
Uh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like two
like
divisions
a
and have them.
consolidation in the back end. Who knows? But I mean, we don't want to defer from the purpose of the elite division, though. The elite division was meant you come here. It's like the actual NFL. You're coming.
Right.
You need to make the playoffs. You don't make the playoffs. You know.
Contrary to what you've seen the last few weeks, every team in fucking elite should be, you know, should be wanting to play every game. It should be competitive. And the last couple weeks, there's been a team that's been trying to make it competitive, but the scores have shown that it hasn't been. But like I said, they still show up. So hey, I give them credit. So a team's gonna drop from NFE if they don't make the playoffs. Good question.
And you know what? If they drop and they don't make the playoffs, then they're not going to be welcome back. That's it. I mean, here's the thing: you sign up for elite knowing that you may not make the playoffs. That's the fact. I mean, the
and I'm
teams look at alphas. Alphas, I'll give them credit. They didn't make the playoffs. They still show up. I mean, that's the moral line of it. I mean,
Yeah, I agree. I think LOL probably should drop.
oh, I thought he
I don't
meant
think
like,
next level or
oh,
SA
I
or
thought he meant like drop completely.
no,
Like,
no, no, like drop down. Like and I believe they probably should. I mean, that's not a team
yeah.
that's gonna fold. That's a team that shows up every single week, even though they're getting their head kicked in. So that at that point, you got a team, you're fielding a team. You can with the team that you've been showing up that's been getting beat like that, you can compete down in rack. You can compete maybe you can compete. So that being said, yeah, they probably would, but I don't think any other team necessarily needs to. If they want to, if they don't have their full team or something changes, that's up to them. But
And
uh,
I've heard a couple teams might be playing in both leagues in the fall that want to play elite and want to still play in TFL too. So we might have some crossover teams that might be coming to the elite. Ty, come on, man. Ty said the Phantoms are going to drop. But no, I definitely think the elite is growing. It's growing to what we want it to be. um, sorry, I mean Manny's comment just got me cracking. Maybe I should drop the comp or wreck. I don't know, man. I enjoy
he's
wrestling.
saying
I
you
don't
should
care.
start in the lower division too. He said LOL and Giuseppe wreck.
Hey, man, I did good. I don't care what y'all say. I mean, I for the most part, I felt like I called a fair game. But remind you, I'm like the emergency goalie, guys. I only show up to ref if I have to. I'm there. I'm the backup, backup, backup. So it's not going to be something you're going to see me out there doing every week. It literally was a worst case scenario this week, and you know, it's not like I said, it's not going to be an every week thing. I enjoyed it. Do I want to do it more? Yeah, you'll probably see me doing it in the draft league. You'll probably see me doing it for a new style that we'll talk about in just a couple minutes. But you probably won't see me do it in regular league play unless I actually have to. Uh,
Well, shit, that's what you pay him for.
yeah, I mean, I'm there to. do the other stuff, and I don't want to take away or miss a call because I have to take a call. So that's why I'm not going to do it. And unfortunately, that was one thing that did happen on Sundays. I missed a call because I had to answer the phone from another field with the issue with the field time. So it's not going to be something that's a regular base. But I enjoyed it. I appreciate everyone taking their time and uh, entertaining it. So I mean, Josh, you said the teams that will make playoffs should be released from the NFE. I don't dis I disagree with that a little bit because I mean, here's the thing: if teams want to be in the league, they're trying to be there because they're trying to be better. I do think there's a certain criteria and elements to it. We did have a bowl game playing game at one point where we were trying to do. We just never had the opportunity, but I'm hoping that we can do that now since we're working on doing our Midwest Bowl championships. So yeah, 50-0 is insane. So is 51-0 is insane as too. So if anyone's trying to outbeat that, try not to. Uh, but
Well, New
let's speak
Wave
about.
and all of them are going to try. I mean, that's kind of it's kind of what they put on themselves by.
Hey, I don't care, man. They lost 51-0. I get that, but those men wanted to play to the last second. They wanted to play to the last second.
Nobody wants to show up on Sunday and only play to the second half with 10 minutes left. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, they
I
were
don't
trying to
care.
play. I mean, but they could have just said like, "No, no, we throw in the towel. We don't want to do this." Like,
Should be added to the comp playoffs, Tim.
I don't feel like that's kind of fair though.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I feel like it would be like kind of bogus to comp. Because what if like a team purposely tanks to go win the comp money? Like, say you lose your first 4 games of the season, and you know you're not gonna, or 5 games of the season, and you know you're not gonna make the playoffs. You know what I mean? And you're just gonna tank the rest of the way or not show up, so that way you can just drop down the comp. Um, that's just, I mean, people have said that before to play pool play and go play for lower money. So that's kind of like one thing. I don't know that they'll be open for discussion. I think that's more something that we would talk about with captains or down the line. Maybe we'll have bump them out. I don't if a team that wants to come and you were in last or second to last in elite, and a team that wants to move in and all the spots are filled, you can potentially bump them. You can challenge them, I guess. Um, but besides that, I mean, here's the thing. Whatever the case may be, it it's a process, and the we're hoping to have. My goal is to get 40 teams in the fall. 40 total teams. We
So
said
then
30,
you
we
would,
got 28.
yeah.
So
So you would expand Northfield Elite a couple teams. So like what, 12?
I would make rec up to 10. I would do comp 12. I say I probably would go 12 across the board and then let a few get in elite extra if they want to get an elite or comp. But I think at most I would go rec is 10 or 12 at most. Probably 10. I would probably keep rec at 10, and then allow comp and elite to get the extra teams. If I think we're just going to play it by ear, honestly, and see how the registration. I'm not going to cap it, um, and we know how many teams we're going to take. The only division I'm going to cap is rec, and let's see who wants to actually ball and move up. I think that's the best way to do it. If we want these teams, we want to play ball, force people to go comp and go elite.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cap comp because if I don't want teams to feel forced to go to elite.
No, yeah,
Um,
absolutely not. And I believe that comp is the more competitive league out of the rec, obviously, and it gives them more of an incentive to kind of play. I think at comp, like, hey, we're trying to make it, putting our team together to challenge to make it up to elite. So, yeah, I believe that comp shouldn't be necessarily capped.
Jeremy said NFU teams have enough teams that are strong enough to compete each week. I feel like there are only 4 to 5 teams that will actually compete for the ship. I mean, do we? Yes and no, because we've seen it where teams out of the woodworks have come back and dominated. Let's remember the 3-4 season when Jackals came back. I don't think they were seen as a team that was going to make it that far. I think it can be anyone's game, any given Sunday, right? You never know what you're gonna get. I
Well,
definitely
at
think.
that time, I think the
Uh oh,
writing.
Who do we get here? Who do we get? I think we got free guys. Who is this? Is this who's our mystery guest? Is this supposed to be Roy? Josh said about it. If you play, yeah, Elite. Why not? The Elite's supposed to be. Is that Roy? Yes,
If
it
your team
is.
plays the
Can you
national
hear us,
team,
sir?
you're playing
I
the
can't
league.
hear a thing.
I think so.
No, you can't hear. Oh, we got another. Who added on now? Holloway came on. Holloway, I can't even. Bro, turn on a light.
Yo,
Man, this
Guys, I'm
can
having
y'all
PTSD of K Mac getting arrested right now. What's going on?
I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear
Can,
nothing?
can you hear
hey,
Holloway?
I hear Holloway. Are they out? Are they both outside?
Both are outside for sure.
Hey,
Last time I had one, someone got pulled over.
yeah, poor K Mac, man. I feel bad for him. That was a rough weekend for that man. I hope you all good, bro. I wish you the best, though.
He
Um,
is. He is. He's free.
hey, so I'm sure that podcast is going to be interesting. Shout out to Hendo's podcast, the flag. What's it called? Flag Talk, Jeremy.
Flag talk. Yep.
So shout out to Flag Talk. If you really want to talk some shit and say your mind, I know he's allowing everything and anything out over there. Um, that's kind of a spin off of what we're doing here with Jeremy going over there. Shout out to Hendo and all of them.
I can't
Um,
hear nothing.
Yo,
then exit and come back. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Oh, he's in the car.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
thank you, bro.
you guys both are talking more than that dude Max did on Next Level.
Okay, bro, this is so funky, man. I swear to God.
Really?
Shut up.
I don't know. I don't know what do you say?
I don't know. He left. I don't know. Exit
Uh,
and come back, Roy. That's what I was saying. Exit and come back. Oh, he did. He exited. He exited.
no,
uh,
I can't flip the camera. Oh boy.
oh man.
It's all right. You shouldn't be driving on and talking anyways.
No,
What is
I'm
that?
good. I'm good. Oh my God, this is so.
Breaking
I'm sorry.
news.
I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize for joining so late. This thing would not let me. I was like sitting in
Roy,
my
can you
car
hear
trying to
us
figure
now?
this out.
He frozen out.
Hey, anyone want to come on? Let me know. I'll send you the link, bro. We're welcome on. Jump in. Jump in night. Jump
Yep.
in night.
Yeah, and let's head to Northfield Elite
Huh?
scores. Let's
Giuseppe, can you see me now?
Yeah, we can see you.
All right, there we go. We're just gonna leave it like this. Go ahead.
Jeremy, that's the exact same view we had with K Mac. Uh oh. I'm just kidding. All right, I'll stop talking. I'll stop talking. I'll stop. I'll stop.
see the lights. You better just put them off.
Hey, Roy froze, so he has bad connection. It's saying that his connection.
But
Terry,
yeah,
want to come on? Terry, I got you. I'll send you the link right now on Facebook. I got you, bro.
just don't be in your car.
Or
He
in the
probably gonna
band
be.
studio.
I was just about to say that. I was gonna say he probably about to be up here dancing.
You know what is it? F them kids.
Hey,
Hey man, I started dying. I really didn't know about it
That's pretty
until
good, ain't it?
you guys started talking about it, and then I literally saw the TikToks of some random person, and then I saw Terry. I was like, dang, this man really does have this F them kids song out there. I was cracking
He's
up.
serious, bro. He's serious.
oh yeah, he definitely serious.
But let's talk about Elite since we got Holloway in here. We got Terry
Yes,
coming
sir.
in. Um, Danny, shoot me a text on Messenger. I'll send you a link, bro. I just can't find you real quick. Terry's been on here before, so it was pretty easy for me to send him the link real quick. But let's talk about Elite. So let's get to those Elite scores. Jerry, want to take it over?
Yeah. So first game of the day was New Wave Throw It Up. New Wave takes that game 12-6. It was a really good matchup. I think that was first game of the day, so kind of early, but both teams were there ready to play. New Wave, I don't think they kind of really took it to throw it up. It was kind of a back and forth game, even though New Wave did come out on top. I don't know if maybe they were overlooking throw it up. Like I said on the last podcast, I really felt like maybe they would have, only because of the New Wave 4TF game. But yeah, they came out, they did what they had to do, and they took the W on that one. So that was good to see them do that. and take that. And then the next game
That was
was
that was
the
not
game of the
good.
week, New Wave 4TF. That game was 8-6, very close game. Hey, New Wave. Hey, man. All I
Got
gotta say,
lucky.
bro.
Got
Hey, I
lucky.
can't hear nothing, bro.
Yeah,
Alright, bro. I don't know. You gotta click the settings, bro. You gotta
Yeah,
click the
get off your
settings.
Android.
Hey man, I'll be on Android.
Android is not good for these type of things, man.
He said, he said, get off the Android. Okay, I'm dead.
I'm only thing I want to say about that New Wave 4TF game is it was a good game, and it's gonna be a battle. Next time we see them, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Okay, just
But they got us on that one. They took the victory 8-6
Hey Roy.
on a call. I got
Call
a
him on the phone.
personal foul for
Hey man, how you not hear anything? Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself.
so
No,
yeah.
Jeremy. It was a good game though. Expo got a clutch first down at the end of that game too.
Yes, that was very, very close. We wanted to we had film. It was very close. We didn't get a chance to get to it and challenge that because we didn't call out our videographer at the time, so they didn't know
oh
we
my
had video,
God.
which they
He was
never
on
asked.
side.
But
He was ready.
okay.
He was ready.
And it ended up coming out down to the last one or to the last couple seconds. So it was very good game. I can't wait for the rematch on that. Every time those teams, I don't care what Dom says, Dom can fucking say whatever he wants. It's always a good game. It's back and forth. Those teams right there, a lot of respect for them because they come out and ball. And same thing with us. Every time we play them, they come out to ball. After that, it was Vanilla Gorillas 4TF. We were kind of salty about the loss to New Wave, and we took it out of Vanilla Gorillas. We had a game plan, and on defense, we executed that game plan. And we blanked Vanilla Gorillas, which is very hard to do with that offense. So
Alright, I'm back.
that was
Man.
that game. And then after that, Phantoms had Vanilla Gorillas. Vanilla Gorillas coming off of a loss for 4TF, and they get another one to Phantoms 16-8. That game was a good game too. That was actually my pick for game of the week, but ended up not being, which is all right. But that was a really good game. Phantoms came out and scored. Then Vanilla Gorillas came back, scored again to tie it. And then Phantoms pretty much went down and scored. And after that, it was over. Then they have the Phantoms Legion of Lawndale, the 51-0 game.
Jesus,
That's all we gotta
know
say.
they literally
That's all we got to say about that. It was 51-0. They got blanked by 4TF 50-0 the week before that. But guess what? They're still going to show up. So congratulations, LOL. You know,
I would like to announce this, and Phantoms knows this.
Roy, I am not muting you. Stop it.
Phantoms are the first team to let Legion of Lawndale pass the 50-yard line. I just want to
they
announce
did.
that.
Yes,
They
did.
allowed them. They allowed them to pass the 50-yard line. Just I wanted to.
I heard they also gave them timeout on offense so they could have another.
Just so that. Yep. That's also true.
Nice of them.
They asked them.
And then
good,
yeah,
though. I can hear y'all
that's
now.
okay. You know. And then the next game after that was Windy City Hammer versus Silent Assassins, a 16-8 game. But I think Windy City they handled that the whole game. I think Silent Assassins were moving the ball a couple times, but they just couldn't necessarily finish other than the one touchdown. So
It should have been 16-0.
Can we talk about something real quick at that game?
Yeah, that game. I know where you're going, Giuseppe. I know exactly where you're going.
Let's talk about how heated Mike Ortiz, Little Ortiz was. That argument he had with his teammate got Little Ortiz fired up, and they started going crazy. I mean, he got aggressive. He got aggressive with Reggie.
He's talking about, yeah, man, Reggie, man. Reggie said that Mike tried to pull his hoodie down as he was blocking him. So Reggie just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put you in the dirt."
Dude, I'll give. Dude, they were in. Dude, he was just going at it, and they were still talking. The dude was walking away, and they were yelling, and everyone was just still playing the game. I thought it was impressive that he was yelling at the dude, but he never lost focus in the game.
I was so confused because JJ was on. It was JJ. JJ was on the sideline, and they were on defense. And I don't know how the altercation started. I don't even know. It was just like
I
This is really
honestly I
random.
don't know either. He just
Yeah,
said that
I'm not
he
sure
was
exactly what
trash.
you guys are talking about.
He like I it's like something happened. They were on defense and then like they just got to yelling at each other out of nowhere. They were saying he was just saying that like he's JJ wasn't
He
doing
kept
anything
calling
on
him
offense.
Butterfingers.
Yeah, I don't. It was so random. Everybody was so confused. I was confused.
Well, that's not good. So they were fighting each other, teammates fighting each other,
Yeah, I mean they weren't really throwing
They
hands, but
weren't
they were
fighting; they
yelling,
were just yelling.
just yelling
yelling
at
back
each
and
other.
forth.
Yeah,
But
but it was
hey,
just
man, that got him
yeah.
in the game. That's all I got to.
Oh
They had a
yeah,
huge play right after that.
we actually
Whatever gets
just
them hype, man.
tapped through I think it was a really dumb interception, but it happens. He threw an interception. It was a pick six. So
All right, Roy.
Who
This is the
won the
last
game?
time I'm doing this, Roy. If you don't stay on, I'm not gonna keep adding you, bro. I don't know. Roy, can you hear us, bro? We can hear him, but he can't hear us. Well, we tried.
So then after that, we had next level Windy City Hammer 24-6. Windy City again just pretty much handled that game from the very beginning. So Windy City goes 2-0 on the day. Fort Chiaf 1-1. Vanilla Gorillas 0-2. New Wave 2-0. So you had a couple double headers and some teams winning both and some teams splitting. And Vanilla Gorillas, which I don't think anybody necessarily predicted, but going 0-2 for the day.
yeah, they struggled this week. They definitely did.
Hey, so let's talk about since we're on the bye week, right? So we don't got games to pick, but let's talk about some things that we got going on in the league. Um, is there anything else we want to say about Elite before I switch gears real quick?
Nothing other than again, I believe that this is wide open. I think you got your clear, top five, but after that, I think anybody can be beaten.
All right, all right. So let's talk about what are we expecting? Hey, I just gotta say this. Thank you to everyone that has been signing up for Draft League. We are at 50 players and counting. We have almost filled the Draft League. I appreciate everyone signing up. It's going to be so much fun. The captains are hyped for it. It's going to be a great time. We're going two fields. Uh, show up at 6:30. Make sure up there. Hang out outside the gate. Don't go inside the gate. There's a rental going on prior to us. You have time to warm up, show your skills uh, before we go and start doing their playground draft. And it's gonna be nice because those captains have to pick on the spot, and they
So let
do. Go ahead.
so let me ask this: you said they got to show up and show your skill? Like, what do you have to do? Like, you doing one on
Nothing.
ones or something? Like, is like how is this a thing?
Actually, a lot of yeah. So to answer real quick, to answer Malik's question, we have about I want to say about 15 people already paid their dues. They haven't just signed up, so people have been sending their stuff in. Roy was one of them. We had a bunch of different people that have paid, so it's looking great.
It's
Keep
just like
paying.
collecting league fee, a little at a
Yeah,
time.
it's a process, bro. I mean, here's the thing. When you sign up, you got to pay. Get up there, pay. You're not going to be in. If you don't pay,
You
you're
don't
not going
get
to
a
be
number.
playing. I mean, that's it. You're just not playing. Period.
You
So
got to stay outside the fence.
so yeah, when you pay, we sign in, check in. Well, we'll give you a number, and then we get going. So shout out to all those people who have paid for their money for the draft league. Keep paying. Uh, I'm excited for this. We're growing in numbers. Let me look at the numbers right now.
I'm actually gonna send that when I get to the house.
Okay. So yeah, right now.
You say you're gonna send that Hathaway. You need my Zelle number.
Yeah, so right now we're sitting at about 49. So, and with the
Damn,
captains,
46.
we're sitting at 49 plus the captains. So we got six captains there. We're at 55. So we're
11
at
more, huh?
so yeah. So we're gonna the match number 72 total, including the captains. The way it works is that the captains get to pick one person that is their co-captain that they don't have to draft, but they have to be one of those 66 people. I can tell you right now, X has already claimed Dom. So we all know where Dom's going.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
So
How
they'll
much did
be
he? How much did he pay you for that, Giuseppe? Did he give you an extra little 20 on the side?
no, bro, that was the first thing he said. He's like, listen, man. I was like, at first I told him he was gonna have to draft him first round pick because first overall, and then Reggie's gonna be out of town, and they're like, well, it'll be helpful if we had one other captain just in case one of us can't make it. So that's where we came up with the captain in play. And then it's going to be nice. So pretty much it's going to work. You don't have to do anything if people know your skills. If you want to warm up and show your skills to the captains, if they don't know who you are, go out there, show up for that first 30 minutes, throw the ball, warm up. Captains we're going to pick. We'll start games at 7:30. Last game will be at 8:30 for that night. Usually the games will be at 7, 7:30, and 8:30 every night. So the 6:30 early. That way everyone has enough time to get there for work, and that way we're not there too late. So it's going to be fun. I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for these games. The first week 1 and week 2, I'll have pennants for everyone to wear. So one team will have a pennant on until we get those jerseys in. Shout out to Positivity. Going to be hooking us up with those jerseys. We got the team colors. So once that draft, we're putting in those orders. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited for it. So hopefully after that tournament, he said that they should be here by week 2, but just in case they're not, we'll have them right after for that week 3, and then playoffs start week 5. So it's pretty. No, it's the same teams every week. So once you get drafted, that's your team for the series. So you better buckle down.
It's gonna be cool to see a lot of people playing with guys they never thought they would. That's probably the biggest thing about this.
Reggie said he's not picking anyone he knows.
That's awesome.
So we know Reggie's strategy right now.
Hey, but you know what though? Hey, sometimes that's good. I played with Silent Assassins in the Turkey Bowl, and them boys never played fives ever, and we made it right before the championship. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I know Roy was on a random team for some tournament. And they made it to the ship.
That was my team.
5-man's fun, bro.
Yeah,
that was my team. He was playing. He ran a team for me.
I just want y'all to know that.
Yeah, I know. You.
Oh, you can hear us?
Now I can.
There we go. Roy's in the building. Here we go. All right.
Roy, what were you saying about him basically fixing the new wave?
He just fixed the rules for New Wave.
I know. I'm surprised. I'm really shocked that X got the first pick. I just find that funny.
Cause how you know I ain't want to play on Dom them team.
I just find that so funny.
Yeah, that's true, Josh.
It's a new way.
Dulo and Josh helped me out, and they created that team for me, and they were my captains. And that team went out there. They balled, bro. They put up a fight against the Wranglers, which is pretty much maniacs. And bro, they took it to the ship. They didn't have numbers, and they played everything.
We beat New Wave too. I just want to put that out there.
That is true.
Maniacs just won in that Wisconsin tournament. They beat Dream Team in the championship, right? 2 Chicago teams in that.
Shout out to them.
That was the Maniacs. I thought that was random.
That's crazy.
I think some players have shifted on teams. I think that's all it is.
We're probably never going to hear the end of this, but I would like to announce that Chach hip dip the fuck out of Gino, and that should never happen.
Oh yeah,
and that should never fucking happen.
Man, I got Chach gonna come on here and be like, "Hey!"
I know. I mean, it was not even. It wasn't. I don't even think it was 5 minutes after the game was over. He posted that shit.
Ain't you on Dream Team, Holloway?
No, I got. I don't want to say it, but let's just say I got backdoored. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about it. Don't worry about it.
You got backdoored or you got cut?
No, backdoored. I guess you can say cut. It is what it is. It happens. I'm trash, bro. I'm not good.
Well,
I'm not good.
BA wouldn't have did you like that. I just want to let you know.
Hey, Holloway on BA would be wild, bro.
See?
I'll say that. Holloway on BA would be wild.
That means I got to join the criminals, man.
Anybody hear me?
The criminals? The criminals?
Yeah, free BA, huh?
The criminals is
See, Ernest said he drafting you number 1. See, Brandon?
Yeah, hey, he know what it is. Yep, he knows what it is.
Hey, man, you played in the Turkey Bowl 5s with SA. right?
Man, no, those guys never played fives ever in my life. They never did. They were like, Brandon, what are the rules? Like, where's the run zone? They had no idea what the fuck the rules were. They
Yeah, it's
never
going to
did.
take a little bit of getting used to for some of those guys who are just playing for the first time.
Exactly. And I ain't gonna lie, though,
Hey, who
because
the hell blasting music?
My bad. I'm turning the car off. I just got out the car.
Besides the point, bro, it's gonna be fun, especially with these new players playing fives. And
there's
I
a
want to
whole
say
lot of
shout
shit
out to
talking.
what is it, Mid Ohio League, the Empire Guys League. I want to say shout out to him. He's the
Yeah,
one
they're
that.
doing a draft league too, aren't they?
So I kind of took some pointers from him because we talked about it and he did it. I want to shout out to him, give him his credit. Was credit to do. He he helped me figure some of the final details out that kind of made this happen, and I kind of saw how he did it. And you know what, sometimes you just need help, and that's
Oh,
what happened
absolutely.
here. And it looks like that we're able to make this happen. But something I want to talk about that is brand new that I'm going to be releasing. It's going to be Saturday nights with our fives on the other side of the field. 7v7 men's contact elite air. What is it? What is this, right? It is
77.
7v7 men's contact elite air. When I tell you guys, it's going to be a new version of 7v7 that you guys are going to love. It's going to be more physical. You can celebrate. It's in um
It's gonna be real football. Long story short.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not going to be running
it's
quarterback.
almost though, because quarterbacks cannot run at all. And then you have to, and the rush cannot
Woo.
come. The rush cannot come until 4 seconds. So, and you cannot rush more than two people. It is going to be,
What?
yes.
Oh, the
It's good.
rules are going to be crazy. It's going to be fun, guys. I can't
Bro,
wait for
here's
them
the
to actually
thing, bro.
drop it.
You can score. You can go for a 6 point extra point from the 40-yard line, but it's called double or nothing. So you can go for 6 points for an extra point,
And if
or
you don't get it, you don't score it. You don't get no points.
exactly. But here's the thing: if the other team returns it back or interceptions it back for 6, they get all your points.
So they get 12 points.
Yes, sir.
Oh damn.
So then we got some crazy stuff. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be out there. It's going to allow quarterbacks that want to stay in the pocket to be able to play. The game lengths are only going to be 24 minutes long, 2 12-minute halves. The ball starts on the 35-yard line. It's 45 and in. There's the regular 10-yard end zone in. It's an addition to what it is. It's Giuseppe's version. It's called the Elite Air, man.
It's a different format. It's something that you guys have kind of played, but like you haven't, something different. But
I've seen this.
fun.
I've seen this somewhere. I don't know if it's a tournament. I've seen it at some type of tournament.
It's a version of air. It's a version of air it out, air raid, and 8v8 flag football and 7v7. Man, it's gonna be. I'm excited for it. You can kick field goals in it, but just know if you kick a field goal, you better make sure your kicker is making it in, or else you're gonna screw your team over. We're going to be releasing all the information for that shortly. You can read the alternative route, but it's 8v8 rules, but just in 7v7 style, and with our own little kind of twist on it. If you pull it within the 40 to 45-yard line, it's a safety. Or if you get your flag pulled, or if you run back, it counts as a safety. It's going to be interesting because the extra points is a 1 point for 5-yard line, which is no field goals are allowed there. 2 points, 10-yard line, no field goal for extra point. There's a 3 point from the 20, and then 6 point from the 40, and that's that double elimination. So it's gonna be a little bit interesting. I mean, it's there's a 4th down where a team can declare a kick for a field goal. If it's made, it's 3-point, and if it's missed, the ball starts back at the 20-yard line.
Man,
If a field goal
stupid.
returned, it counts from the defensive team for a touchdown. The ball starts back at the 35-yard line. I mean, it's going to be something interesting. It's something new. But here's the rule that I'm excited to kind of allow, and it's going to allow DBs and wide receivers really to get into it. The 10-yard press rule. You can get as physical as you want in the 10 yards with no penalties from the snap of the ball.
So you get the hold.
He said 10. You said 10 yards. We might have to talk about that.
No, it's 10 yards because
That's That's a lot of
Hey,
ground.
what Manny said there's about to be a fight? Yeah, now I hear
Oh
you.
yeah, most
You're right,
definitely.
now there
10
is, for
yards?
sure.
Are you kidding me? You give
10
Kalen
yards?
if you give Kalen 10 yards, are you kidding me?
I
That's
mean,
nah.
the regular rule is
Hell
5.
no.
I'm making it 10. I don't care.
Yeah, now Vel wants to join. He said 10 yards. Give me
Listen,
that.
Y'all
listen, listen,
crazy.
listen. I want to make something
Right,
clear
Aaron.
here.
Exactly.
Look, have I
You
ever
got,
played? Yes, I've played football
you got to
before.
do 5. I'm telling you,
Listen,
it's going to
listen,
be a
listen,
fight.
listen, 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 listen. If you don't like it, then don't sign up for it.
Aaron, insane.
It's called elite for a
Insane.
reason because I want the best of the best playing against each other. I want the head taps to happen. And if you can buy, I mean, everyone talks about that 5 yards isn't enough.
So you
Get
opening
that
jobs for
separation.
security, aren't
Make
you?
those
Yeah.
moves and go. And here's the thing: if you want to come out there and you want to cause incidents, then there's a rule for that too.
We're
Then
going to
you're
have
gone. We're gonna
that's
have
fine.
strict
We're going to start
rules in
some
there.
security for
You
that.
saying that because
That's
I'm on here?
What? Get out of here, Roy. Get out of here, bro. I'm just saying. I want to do our own little fun style. The refs are going to be on
Oh,
segways.
you trying to start a Chicago style football?
Hey, man, it's almost like, yeah.
Okay.
10 yards. Jesus.
But here's the thing. I'll tell you right now, bet you any money, that forces that wide receiver to make a move and get space between that person. So and you can only get one first down at the 20-yard line. It's Canadian
He
flag.
said, Val, you crazy.
Hey, I don't care what anyone says. We're gonna try it out. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna take X amount of teams. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. People don't sign up. But here's the cool part, guys. It's only gonna cost you to sign up your team $300 to win $1,000. So it's
Well,
very
girls
minimal.
signing up, just let
I
y'all
think I
know.
want to play quarterback though, low key, in one of these leagues.
Low key, I want to play quarterback.
I'm so serious. I've been trying to I've been trying to throw the
So I
ball.
mean, it's gonna make the
You can
quarterback
play quarterback
throw.
when y'all play LOL again or next level.
Man, for real.
Um,
They be holding me back, Roy. I swear to God.
See, I've been told you should just come to BA.
Where's Corey Deemer when I need him?
Hey man, look, I'm not saying fight, but I'm saying everyone wants to be able to celebrate. Everyone wants to be able to go have fun. This is just going to be a format to really test your skills and show if you can be elite and be in the air. And I'm hoping that this makes people get a lot more head taps. I'm hoping this is going to allow people to be more physical and get that part out in there without feeling like, you know,
I ain't gonna
exactly.
lie.
No calls.
I really hope Kalen is in this league. I really hope so. I'm rooting for this. I'm rooting for this one for him. You guys everybody's gonna hate him. Everybody's gonna hate Kalen. Everybody.
Hey, stick to 5 minute. Hey man, listen. It's not something that's going to be a national style. It's going to be an in-house
Yes.
style.
You're
Dude,
hoping they go national.
if this go national, there's definitely going to be some fights somewhere. That's all I gotta say.
It's gonna
I
be
just want
fights
to know, is it going to
regardless.
be called
10
just
yards.
style?
Holy
No,
shit, man.
no. It's going to be called
Nobody
elite
said
air, bro.
Kalen.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. Stop holding balls. What the hell does that mean?
Who said
We
that?
do. I don't know. Someone in the comments.
You ain't got to read every single comment out loud, Giuseppe. Let the damn thing roll.
Hey man, that's my ADHD kicking in. I'm sorry, man. I get distracted.
He said, "What do you say? Stop holding balls." What?
Man, I see
Balls.
some weird shit in the comments, bro. It's like I'm trying to keep up with the comments, but all I'm saying
He's
is,
like, we're not even going to read the last one because we don't have to read that. You know what I'm saying? Just
what? Go
let it
New
scroll.
Wave.
See, why you got to read
Why you gotta? Yeah.
Josh, the 9-man. I talked to the 9-man director. I thought about it. I just don't think we'll get enough people to do 9-man and make more than teams. This will at least allow quarterbacks to have their wide receivers, and I'm kind of hoping this forces people to get that separation, get that one-on-one, have fun with it, and get wild. I don't know. I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to see it. I hope people out there with cameras and videotaping it.
Kendall, you funny as hell,
Read
man.
that one, Giuseppe.
Huh?
He said this shit not
Read
touching
Kendall's.
What do you say?
He said this shit not touching Nationals.
Hey, man, he said, can't wait to lose the field because of 7 versus 7. It's Giuseppe style, okay?
Hey man.
I like the creativity though, but man.
Hey man, let's see how it goes. If it works, it doesn't. You
If
know what
not,
I'm saying?
if we're not, then we're on the 9-man.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, then I'll try a 9-man.
God,
But
man, that's
I mean, hey, listen. All I'm gonna say is I'm excited to see it happen. If it happens, I'm gonna be hyped for it.
The first
I
league, the first season should be free because it's an experiment.
That's why it's only $300.
But that's not free.
How can I make something completely free? I'm giving out $1,000. I mean, we don't even have regular seasons for that price.
Bro, you about to get a 30-day suspension. You better stop.
easy. I was just about to say that.
Destroyer said he coming back, man.
Hey, I gotta get you all ready for Destroyer.
Hey,
Destroying.
Giuseppe, I do got a question.
What's
It's
up?
destroying. They destroyed his car, man.
Hey man, don't break my car. I don't got money. I'm broke.
Them was kids that did that, man.
Hey, do you know if if we're having another Melvin Gordon tournament like last year?
I just seen him in Vegas.
Yeah, we're doing our own thing.
So you ain't linking up with Melvin Gordon no more? His ass suck anyway. He can't even hold on to the ball.
So listen, we decided we were gonna do something with it here. We were gonna do something with it here, and then they decided they wanted to kind of do their own thing with their own style. They wanted to change the game that we played to meet ours and stuff, and we just didn't see eye to eye. And I didn't want to put my name a part of that. It just didn't work out. So I had the field, I had the prize money. I was coming up with 70% of the prize money anyways. I just needed to get one more sponsor, which I did, is why we got our own 10K tournament. I respect them, their organization, but we just decided to go our own route with our own teams that were following us in our tournament series, and we're going to put on a tournament like we were going to do no matter what. So we're just doing our own 10K without all the side stuff. That's it. We'll have vendors, we'll have cool stuff, but let's play for that 10K and go it.
It's gonna be another national tournament in Chicago.
Chicago Nationals, FFWCT, or USA Flag. I don't know if they're coming back or not. I know we have 3 tournaments here in Chicago. We got the Memorial Day Classic. Sign up for that one. Limited space. We got the Midwest Elite Showdown with the 10K for the Open. We got 2K for the bottom, and then we got the September one, the Chicago State Championships.
You got your 10K, Malik.
Talk to Tony, bro.
Tournament was all
Josh was
Chicago
thanking us
teams,
for
though.
no reason.
Well, we do have one team we have a St. Louis team already signed up for Memorial Day tournament. So we do have one team there. We have a couple Chicago. The Midwest, the Memorial Day one is a more in-house tournament as to opposed like the Midwest Elite one is going to be more out-of-state teams. We got some good commits.
So that was supposed to be all Chicago teams, I guess.
So, but yeah, our 10K tournament. I got a shout out to our sponsors. Marine Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Sneaker Sports Bar and Grill, Positivity. We got a couple more that we're going to be announcing soon. Game Changers. So, just so you guys know, all this happened is because we got these sponsors, and you guys just keep sharing when we put our sponsors out there. And that way we can put on these tournaments for this prize money and keep giving away the bigger prize monies at all these events, because without them, we wouldn't have it, because I don't got that money. I barely got money to do what I got to do. But at the end of the day, it's all about that. Let's make sure we put these sponsors out there and know how much we appreciate them. So shout out to them.
You said for the 10K tourney, how many guys you got, or how many teams from out of state do you have signed up already?
Signed up already. We got a bunch of verbal commits with some very confident verbal commits, kind of like how Colorado has it right now. I got word the other day that AU should be coming to town.
Oh yeah.
Confident verbal commit. What is that?
A confident verbal commit is people in writing saying that they're coming, that is shared in the national thing. So it's just,
so you got to commit in writing.
Yeah, they registered. They just haven't paid their deposit.
Tell them we need that deposit. We ain't time.
And hey, did I announce them on Facebook with their graphic? No, until I get that deposit.
Hey, Bill, you crazy, man. Y'all crazy on this damn app, bro.
Better we get a Northfield betting app. Motherfuckers don't be paying up.
Dom would go man, that would be something right there. If we had a Northfield betting app, Hey, did anyone got a contact with Barstool Sports?
You know it's
See if they're
crazy. You
betting
know it's
yet?
Yo,
crazy though. Some of these bets they be betting knowing they ain't gonna get.
We ain't messing with Barstool. They racist. We cool on them.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they call Aja Reese a monkey or some shit like that.
Shit.
good
Angel Reese.
hater. Good
Hey,
hater.
let's. First of all, I don't even understand what the hell they were talking about. How she was being disrespectful when Caitlin Clark was doing the exact same thing. I was so confused on that. But that was another whole story, I guess.
For another time.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I did not see that. Man, I gotta stop reading these comments. Um, Oh, so Josh said he's confidently verbal committed to the Midwest, and hey, fill
Yeah,
out the Google form,
big
and
time.
I'll consider it a confident verbal commit. But hey, guys, I just want to say we're up on our time today. I want to appreciate Roy. Thank you for coming on, bro. I know you had struggles in the beginning. Holloway, thank you for coming on. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
TikTok Terry, appreciate you coming on.
You
I know
can't
it,
thank
Hey,
him. He not on here no more. Don't thank him. He left. He ain't want to kick it with us.
and he was too busy playing with the ball. But
Whoa.
you
hey,
didn't see the
Manny,
ball?
No, I didn't.
don't play with my seatbelt, Manny. We good.
Manny gonna
It's
tell
We
about
you.
to
good.
get stuck.
Manny's like, you need roadside assistance. um, but at the end of the day, guys, I just want to say a couple of things before we wrap up. Sign up for all the stuff. Draft League now open. Thank you for everyone. Next week we'll be back. We'll come back with a podcast next week. Talk about what to expect. We should have all of our stats. Shout out to Gio from VG is going to be collecting our stats and finalizing all that for us. He's putting that together, so we should have all our stats together next week. Um, let's just remember when we're on that field, play smart, play hard, play between the whistles, and let's just have a great second half of
We
our
off next
season.
week. We got 2 bags in a row. You screwed us on the schedule.
You guys are going. What do you mean? You have a tournament. You
We
guys
got
picked your
two.
own schedule.
Bro, this man, Josh, bro, is
We got two
how many
bags in a
times he
row.
gonna say this?
Because Giuseppe hasn't said it. He says all these other comments, but you won't
Yeah.
read those.
That's all you gotta do. Just have
Hey,
you said it.
hey,
Then.
man,
The
hey, man.
ADHD
Hey,
ain't
Just,
kicking
hey,
in right
just
hey,
now.
say
hey,
free the
hey,
guys.
hey. All I gotta say is this: whoever Seppi is, I hate that man. F him, man. He's something
Fuck
else,
that
bro.
dude.
I mean, that man is something else. Just know
I'm
that it's
dead.
all love and games at the end of the day.
So you
Uh,
ain't gonna say free the guys?
free the guys, guys. Free the
That's what I'm
guys.
talking.
But free the guys. Oh, hey, Manny said only if you paid his child support, though. That's bogus as hell. Uh,
Damn. Wow, bro.
how
That's
much
fucked
is
up.
that fine? The fine's 200. I mean, it's not about the fine. They chose the fine. Um, they chose the fine instead of the 2 extra games. So, like I said, at the end of the day, it's not stuff I want to be doing. It's not how I want to run my league. I want to run a league that's fun and fair and for everyone to be safe. And
Yeah, let's just get
Hey,
past it. And
nah,
let's
look, can we talk about the intimidation shit that he was saying, somebody said he be intimidating them?
yeah, so that was verbiage from the rule book. What category he fell in?
And oh, so nobody actually said that he be
That was
intimidating them.
the rule verbiage from the category that he fell
Oh,
in.
cause I was finna say you like Chris is like 107
Bro,
pounds.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, me and Josh been
Hey, he
talking like
keeps
all
losing
day.
pounds every time someone
Hey,
says something.
hey, me and Josh were talking all day. I mean, if anyone knows, me and Josh have had an open communication about this. I respect everyone's opinion, their thoughts and feelings, whatever.
Well,
It's
how many games does
2023.
he still have left?
Who?
Chris still got
Three.
3.
Three.
Everybody else still
Oh,
got 1.
Chris is just done for the regular season. He's back playoffs week 1.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
Well,
So,
he better be ready for that.
yeah, so I expect him to come in quiet? No. I expect him to do Chris and be Chris and come out there and people better be ready when he comes on the field. Don't take his words offensive and as you see, don't get in his face.
Okay.
So
Cause what was told to us is that it was said like he was intimidating people. So that's just the category he fell into in the
You talking
did he
about
rules.
share the
intimidating
screenshot?
people? That boy
I don't know.
Chris
I ain't
is.
look. You see how late I was to this? I ain't look. But that's what I'm asking. Cause
No,
you
I mean
feel
it's
he
just it's rule verbiage
I
that I
no,
was
I
using
understand
I was
that.
trying to
I'm just
explain it properly to him without trying to get beat away from the topic. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, will I say some people felt that uh I'm be blunt. Some people feel that Chris shouldn't even be playing. I mean, people snitch and people say what they want to say, and believe it or not, all the people that you got liking and sharing your post and saying free him and this and that, those are the guys that are in my inbox weekly that are complaining about those people. So just don't think.
Screenshot them, send them to us.
Dude,
Hey,
he
bro.
said,
We
Hey,
not we
hey,
pacifist. We don't want no.
hey,
We just want to stop shaking hands with people who trying to get my brother kicked out the
hey,
league. That's
man.
all we want to do.
Hey, but all I gotta say is this: let's keep playing football. Let's keep having fun. Let's keep having good vibes, and let's just keep doing what we do best every week in and week out. Show up, play football, and have fun with it. And
Are,
that's all I can ask as an owner.
are we just gonna ignore Melvin Gordon's comment? Anybody? We just gonna ignore that?
That's not Melvin Gordon.
Whoever that is, we're just
That's
gonna. It
not
don't
the
even
real
matter.
Melvin
That's
Gordon.
It
that
don't
one
even.
dude. I don't
It
even know
don't.
his
It
real
don't
name.
even.
by the way,
It
it's
don't
like,
even.
can't you read
It don't
Melvin
even
Gordon's
matter.
comments real
His
quick?
name is Trail.
It don't even matter. We just
All
gonna.
right,
We just
all
gonna
right, all
ignore
right, all
that
right.
though.
Here we go. Here we go. If you really want to see this, here we go.
He
Bro.
All right, there we go. Everyone happy?
Oh my god, bro. This,
Yeah. So just play physical, play smart,
I'm
play
dead.
between the whistles. Let's not let's not play late hits. Let's not try to injure people. This is in-house league play. Let's play to have fun, play
Bro,
to get
his
better.
ass ain't even
Straight up that.
160, Juju. His ass is like 95 pounds, bro.
So, just everyone knows we'll be sending that out again. Reminders next week. Just play smart, play between the whistles, play fair, because we got these beautiful venues that are these brand new turf. Bensonville looks amazing. I drove by there. I saw the videos. We're back there. That's going to be some amazing turf. Melrose, I can't wait. We're back July 2nd in Melrose with the brand new turf summer league. So,
Oh, I got another question.
all right, hurry up because we're running out of time. I was
Damn,
supposed to
you
be
got
off
a
15.
time limit on it. What you pay for this?
No, bro, I got kids that need to go to bed. What's up?
Oh yeah, they got school tomorrow. But
What? No, my kids are 4 and 3. They just gotta go to bed. Or daddy needs daddy
daycare,
time.
same thing. But so if we forfeit that game, that first game during the tournament, that don't count as a suspension. One of the games they got suspended for.
No, that does count towards his suspension.
Okay, because Joshua told us that if we forfeit that game, like because we going to the tournament too.
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about forfeit.
What you mean forfeit? What?
Like forfeit that game and your league play game. Because you guys have a league play game that week.
That's what I'm saying. If like we don't got enough to play that game, so we have to forfeit that game. That don't count as a game to a suspension.
No,
Why not?
because you didn't physically play the game. The
So
game
we
has to
have,
be physically played.
but the people that could have physically played are suspended, and some of them going to West Main. We don't have enough people.
Well, then you don't have to put it towards the tournament though.
I mean, we paying for the tournament. We can't. We got to send out. We still got to play in the tournament. We won't.
No, he does. He's not technically suspended for that tournament. He can
No,
choose
but I'm
to
saying,
utilize it, but why would you
say
pay for
okay, we
something
got
and
what?
forfeit a game in Indiana?
Listen, we got say okay, we got what 4 or 5 people suspended. If we got 4 people suspended and 2 of them not going to the tournament, but they suspended, they would have been able to play here, but they can't, so they suspended. So why can't that game count? Why can't that game count towards their suspension?
You just can't forfeit it.
So
I don't know.
supposed to play with? What we supposed to play with 6 people?
Wait, why wouldn't you just play your tournament and then just take the regular season game as
What?
the fourth? Why wouldn't you just count the regular season game as played for your regular season game and just take that one as your suspension game and just play your tournament as is? You're not affected by the tournament at all unless you choose to want to put it towards there because it's a co-hosted league. I'm not saying that anyone's like Chris can go and play in that tournament.
No,
if he wanted
I'm
to
not.
play in
I'm
the tournament.
saying.
I'm
I'm
confused.
saying though. Josh said if we don't play in the game at Melrose, the Northfield game, if we don't play in that game, if our team don't play that game, it don't count to a suspension.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Why not? I'm asking why. That don't make sense.
Because it's not a game that's actually been played. Because then you can just forfeit. I mean, you guys are if you forfeit that game, that's $100 fine.
We not that okay.
But
That's
you get what
not-
I'm saying? It's why wouldn't you show up to that game with people?
I'm saying, what if I say we got 6 people? We got 8
All right,
people.
time out. Let's talk about this in our private chats so we can talk together. I'm sure all these people don't want to hear all this nonsense. Message me, put Josh in the group chat. Me and Josh will talk. We'll understand. But
Josh suck at communicating. This is why I got to come up on here and ask questions.
he messaged me all the time. We talk all the time.
I
He
don't,
don't
we
suck.
don't be knowing nothing about.
Well,
that.
Roy, message me. Everyone have a great night.
I got your number. I'm finna call you.
You do got
And
me.
we
You dig?
appreciate everyone tuning in, even the ones that didn't like the podcast.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Even if you don't like it, you're watching. Thank you for the views. But all I gotta say is this: free the guys, F Seppi, and have a great Easter, everyone. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate everyone. Have a great night.
Yeah, lock up BA and fuck New Wave.